One, go. Okay, we are in Memchet Amud Aleph. We're starting from Memzayin Amud Bet, 3 lines from the bottom. Amar Rabbi Yohanan, Katan Poreach. A Katan, the definition of Gadol is who has simanim. What's a sign of Gadol? 2 hairs on the private area. That's a sign of Gadol. So, but sometimes you have a kid will have 2 hairs, but he's not Gadol. He didn't reach the age of 13 yet. So it's called Katan Poreach. He has the sign, he doesn't have the age. Katan Poreach mezamnin alav. It can be joined for zimun. Tani Namiyachi, we said the same thing in the Braita. Katan shevi shte se'arot. Katan who brought 2 hairs. מזמנין עליו. ושלא הביא 2 שערות, ומזמנין עליו. He didn't bring 2 hair. You don't do zimun. Cannot be joined for zimun. But we concluded, ואין מדקדקים בקטן. You're not מדקדק. You're not meticulous to check קטן. That's strange. No. Before you assume anything. The Gemara says, הגופה קשה. That itself, it's a question. אמרת, you said, הביא 2 שערות in, לא הביא, לא. At the beginning you said, if you brought 2 hairs, join zimun. If not. So the only criteria is, hair didn't mean. ועד הרתני אין מדקדקין בקטן. Then afterwards you said, you don't check on קטן. That means, מה אליו להטויי קטן פורח, isn't come, that we don't check בכלל whether if he has, if he reached the age of, if he has 2 hair and he didn't reach the age, that you're not sure whether if he's adult or not, that you don't meticulous, you don't check about him, so you have to make up your mind. Are you medagdek or you're not medagdek? At the beginning you said medagdekin, you might want to make sure it has. Then he said you're not medagdek. So what's the conclusion? The Gemara says, velet ilchata kechol ani shmaiteta. I'm sorry, I just want to go back a little bit. Meaning, since we said you're not medagdek, that means that even if he has 2 hairs and he doesn't have years, yet he will join for zimun.
What's that called? So that's when he has the hairs but he's not young, he's not old enough?
It's a katan poreach, it's an in-between. So that's coming to include. Meaning we are here to include that even katan poreach, which has hair, no years, signs and no years, can be joined to zimun. So that means the criteria so far is 2 hair and no years. But the Gemara concludes, "Velet hilchata kechol anishmaiteta." It is not all these criteria that we just brought before, ela kiha, rather the following. Dama Rav Nachman says, "Katan yodea lemi mevarech, mezamnin alav." As long as Katan knows who is the beracha for, mezamnin alav. In our words, as long as Katan knows how to do Birkat Hamazon properly, mezamnin alav. The age doesn't matter. Abai v'Rove Avu Yatve, Abai v'Rove, when they were young kids, Avu Yatve kamei de Rabba, they sat in front of Rabba, young, cute kids. Amar leu Rabba, lemי מברכים? Who are we saying the bracha to? Amrele לרחמנה, to the Eibishter. Amar lo ורחמנה איך היתיב? Where is the Eibishter? רבח ולשם אלי תללה. Rabbi point to the sky, where they are young kids. Abai nafak lebara. Bar went outside and achvi le shamayim. So I'm sorry. So the first one was Rav achva to the ceiling, shama lemala, and Abai went outside. It's like in the sky. Amar lu Rabba tarvachu Rabbana navhitu. Both of you are going to be rabbis, rabbanim. I know that's what people said. Butzin, pumpkins. Miktif yadia. When it's already small, you know it's going to be a nice pumpkin. Same thing on kids. Some kids you can tell from a younger age, oh, they're going to be good kids. However, this rule doesn't apply as much today because today we have too many issues in our generations. You know, a kid can be amazing and his friend can take him to watch something and to get into something, and too bad. But the definition is, if a kid knows how to say Birkat Hamazon, can join for zimun. That's only for Sfaradim. Ashkenazim, he must be 13 in order to join zimun.
Wow. You can have literally an 8-year-old as long as you know 7-year-old, whatever it is.
So I heard from the daughter-in-law of Rav Ovadia Yosef that her children, she had twins, they were 7 years old,
One counting, one
And
didn't.
they, no. That's good. And as they were saying Birkat Hamazon, Rav Yosef joined them for Zimun.
Like Uwe
Rabbi
Stern.
what?
Rav Yosef lived by her, by his youngest child after his wife passed away. So she said that during the meal, on Shabbat meal, the young kids, the 2 7 years old,
So it was him and the two kids?
no, him, their father, and the kids now. One of them joined,
got it.
7 years old, joined for Zimun.
With their father.
Yeah, but the idea was 2 and 1, and the one meaning.
Oh, right there,
Yeah,
the
one.
father, right?
No.
Grandfather.
Rav is the
Son?
grandfather. Rav Moshe Yosef. Yehudit Yosef is name.
What's the difference between Zimun and Minyan?
Zimun we need 3, Minyan we need 10.
No,
Zimun
he's
for
saying-
Elokeinu it's similar to Minyan.
No, his question is if the boy knows how to pray, right?
Boys? Because Zimun you gather bracha together. So if you
Minyan
gather
you
to
pray
do the
together.
bracha, no. You need people who are praying. People who are saying Birkat Hamazon to
Minyan.
be united. So whoever can say Birkat Hamazon can be united. So even a katan, as long as he can say Birkat Hamazon, he can be
So
united.
in other words, it's
Minyan is the name of Hashem. You say in the name of Hashem, you need to respond. Davar shebekdusha. That's a choir. Then
But you would think that it's funny because Birkat Mazon is the Oraita. It's like it comes like.
no, so the
talk
Birkat
about
Hamazon
name of
itself you
Hashem.
can do by yourself. You don't need. Zimun
No, but
for Birkat
I'm saying
Hamazon.
like I would hold
No,
Birkat
but the
Mazon at a higher
Zimun,
level.
but Zimun does not enable you to do Birkat Hamazon.
right.
The minyan doesn't enable you to pray. It's just.
It don't enable you yet to do Chazara.
Yeah.
So the name of Hashem in
Yes,
public.
yeah.
So that's what you said. The name of Hashem and Kedusha in public. You need Minyan. Zimun just enable you to bond yourself together.
And
as you
I
say in
thought
the
I heard
bracha.
once upon a time ago that number 10, if you have a katan, you can make an exception.
And all the
The Rama brings it, and he said not to. But some opinions hold that you can do it, but Sfaradim don't.
But it wouldn't be anything to do with this. Like, it
No,
can't be that
because
you
that's a
No,
different
but-
story. That's for Zimun. Zimun it's about saying the bracha.
But
So
for-
that's why we don't care about A or no. If you're 5 years old can say the bracha, tfaddal.
But for 10, if you have 9 and a child that knows the Berachot, you can say, okay.
Right. For the bracha. Amar Rav Yehuda בר... רגע, no, I'm not sure. You sure?
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
Double
אתם
check.
לא יודעים שאם יש צריך לעשות טעות או משהו בספר תורה אפילו קטן, אבל הוא צריך...
No, the Sefer Torah, you need katan, because if you're not sure which letter it is, Yud or Vav, you need
Right.
to ask katan.
אבל קטן שיודע איפה הוא בחור, נכון?
מה אתה אומר? No, you need katan who knows Aleph Bet.
How to read, yeah.
Who knows the letters. That's the only
Sounds
mitzvah. That's the only mitzvah that only if you don't know you qualify. Because if he knows how to read the full word, he's not qualified. Because then he make up the letter based on the word. You need to show him just that individual.
Interesting.
שים לכבותה עצמאי נוח.
Yeah, you're right. So katan מצטרף even for עשרה. אמר רב יהודה, כן. אמר רב יהודה ברי, דסנו רב שמואל בר שילת, משמי דרבי, the name of Rav. 9 אכלו דגן, now for עשרה, זימון of 10. 9 people ate grain, ואחד אכל ירק, 1 ate vegetable, מצטרפים.
Yeah.
אמר רב זיר רבי מן עבודה from רב יהודה, 8 מהו. If 8 ate grain and 2 vegetables. 7 מהו, 7 grain, 2 vegetables. אמר לי, לא שנה, doesn't make a difference. So this is very interesting. Shisha, the Bachir said we changed the word. You see the letter Aleph? Shisha vai lo mibaeli. Shisha chaval oivei that I didn't ask what's the din of 6. Because he asked if up to 7 or 8 grain and the remaining 8 vegetables if mitztaref. He said yes. He said chaval I didn't ask 6. אמר לרבי ירמיה, why chaval? Shapir avad lo yibalach. You did the right thing, you didn't ask because it's not a question. Hatam taimemai. What's the reason that it's okay when you have people eating grain, the remaining eating vegetable, that it's okay for zimun? Mishum deika ruba. Because you have a majority.
And 6 is a majority.
That's what 7, yeah. So if so, achana mikaruba, also 6 is
And the majority out of what,
majority,
10?
yes. So if we have majority out of 10, it's fine. But v'yusava Rab Zera hold ruba de minkar ba'inan. We need a noticeable rov.
Right.
Meaning 1 more, it's not enough. 2 more, it's majority of rov. So therefore, Rab Zera hold that for Zimun, you need majority of Rov, and that's what we hold Aloha Lemaiseh.
That's my 7, right?
We need 7. 7 or 8 braid can join for Zimun.
And for 3?
Huh?
For 3? People who are just 3 Zimun?
3, all of them need 3 braid. No, I think one of them we didn't braid this
One of them
one.
did
One
ease.
didn't braid this
Okay,
one.
2.
Yanai Malka, interesting story. Yanai was the king. He was married to the sister of Rabbi Shimon. Shimon ben Shatach was a Tana. And Yanai didn't like the rabbis. They gave him a hard time. And he killed all of them.
Who?
Yanai the king.
You didn't like the who? The Tana?
The rabbis, all of them.
Kill his brother.
Because, no, so his wife made sure to save her brother. To escape him, and she saved him. So this is the background of the story.
What are the Tanas? The ones that original, right? The original rabbis?
Yeah, on his generations, yeah.
The ones that wrote
But there were
the
kings,
first ones that wrote the Gemara.
On his generations, there were many generations. So on his generation, he killed all of
and the
them.
name still had a king. Because I thought that name was right after Churban Abayit.
it was king. No, that's Moraim.
Like
the name-
Rabbi Akiva and all that was after Churban.
He was in between. He was in between. He was working.
It was like, wow, big
Okay,
Rasha.
so they were like right before the Churban.
Okay. So the Gemara says, so Yana Malka Umalketa. The Gemara says, Karichu Rifta Behad Yadai. They ate bread together. ומדקת אלו לרבנן, since he killed all of the rabbis, לא אבלי איניש לברוך עליהו. They didn't have anyone to say the Birkat Hamazon for them, because they used to, the rabbi used to lead the Zimun, and too bad, no Zimun.
He's
Amar-
rabbis and then he wants to do both.
Huh?
Well, already rabbis.
Yeah. אמר לו לדוידו, he told his wife, man yahiv lan gavra, who's going to give us a man? דמברך לנו, will say the bracha for us. אמרה לה, she told them, ishta לי, please swear to me, דמייתינה לך גברה, דלא מצערת לי. If I bring you a man, you're not going to do anything to him.
For our brother.
ishta לה, he swore to her. הייתיתה טם, 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 לשמעון בן שטח אחוה. She broke Shimon ben Shatach, her brother. אמר לה, מה ההק... No, just kidding. עוד וי, so he made him sit.
He cares about Zimun if he just killed all the Rabbanim?
That's the kasha, yeah, because he couldn't believe they thought they're going against him. That's why he can't.
Forget that. How would she hide her brother as if he doesn't know he has a brother-in-law that's worked on?
No, he didn't know he wasn't get killed, maybe he was escaped.
Ah.
Yes, the Gemara says, ot vei ben didei ledida. He made him sit between him to the queen. Amar lei, the king Yanai told Shimon ben Shatach, chazit si kama yikra avdin alach. How much honor am I giving you? Amar lei, lav at mokratli. You are not giving me the honor. Ela oraita hi democrately. The Torah is giving me the honor. דכתיב סלסלה ותרוממך תכבדך. The pasuk says, if you're going to love the Torah, that's what's going to give you kavod. He said, you're not giving me kavod, huh? It's the Torah. כי תחבקנה, you're going to give it a hug. אמר לה, he told her, you see what attitude? חזי דלא מקביל את מרות. You see that he doesn't accept my authority? He's just giving me, he answered back to me.
Attitude.
Yeah,
Oh, the
attitude.
rabbi said that.
That's how the rabbi respond.
To his sister.
No.
king.
So the king said to the rabbi, look how much kavod I'm giving you. He said, the Torah giving me kavod, not you.
Oh, wow.
So the king said to his wife, the rabbi's sister, you see this guy?
Yeah.
Attitude doesn't give me respect. He answered back to me. The Gemara says, "Yavu le kasa libucho." So they gave him a course to do zimun levarech. Amar, איך יאבריך? How do you want me to say the bracha? ברוך שאכל ינאי וחבריו משלו. Baruch, the Yana and his friend ate from the food of Hashem.
Only two. There's only two.
No, meaning, איפה אני? Meaning, אני, the נוסח of the זימון, ברוך שאכלנו משלו. אחי, לא אכלתי. What should I say? ברוך שאכל ינאי עם חבריו משלו.
And also, it wouldn't be 3 guys, right?
Right, probably there were other
man.
people.
More man.
No, but maybe.
חברה.
The Gemara says, שתיה להוא קסה. They drank that glass. The Gemara says, so the glass that he want them to say the bracha zimunov, he drank it. Now he ate. And then, yavu le kasachina, there they serve another glass. And then baruch, and then he did zimun for the... So you see, even if you drink wine, you can lead the zimun, but don't do that. Amar Rabba Breda Rav Chiya bar Rabba, I'm finishing in 3 minutes. Amar Rava Babri de Rav Chiya bar Abba, Shimon ben Shatach de Avad, what Shimon ben Shatach did, legarme Yehuda Avad, he did it to himself. De Achi Amar Rav Chiya bar Abba, Amar Rabbi Yehuda, that's what Rav Chiya bar Abba said by the name of Rabbi Yehuda. לעולם אינו מוציא את הרבים ידי חובתן, he cannot מוציא other ידי חובה, although you can join zimun if you drink wine, yet you cannot lead the zimun to be מוציא other ידי חובה, עד שיאכל כזית דגן, until he ate a כזית of grain. וכדתניא, you have to say over here, as we see, רבן שמעון בן גמליאל אומר, עלה והסב עמהם, if he came and he ate with people together, אפילו לא טבל עמהם אלא בציר, even if he just dipped something in the sauces, ולא אכל עמהם אלא גרוגרת אחת, מצטרף, even if only if he ate one fig, he can join the זימון. However, הצטרוף ומצטרף, he can just join זימון. אבל להוציא את הרבים ידי חובתם, במועצי זין, is not במועצי, עד שיאכל כזית. So to be מוציא, you gotta eat כזית. Itmar Nabi, we see the same thing. Amar Rav Chana bar Yehuda mishmei derave. Afilu lo taval imahem ela batzir, even if he dipped in the sauce. ולא אכל עמהם אלא גרוגרת אחת, he didn't eat only one fig, מצטרף. ולהוציא את הרבים ידי חובתם, to be מוציא others ידי חובה, אינו מוציא עד שיאכל כזית דגן. נותן is going to eat a כזית of grain. הלא אוכל למייסה, אומר רב חנה בר יהודה, משמי דרובה, זוג דאילי גר חנה רבידה בנם of רובה, הלכסי אכל עלי ירק, if you eat leaves of vegetables, like we eat today salad. The first time I came to America, my brother's wedding, the first dish was a plate of leaves. We were shocked. You know, in Israel יש לך חומוס מטבוחה וזה. Here in America it's עלי ירק, yes, סלט. ושתה כוס של יין, if you drank a glass of wine, מצטרף. העובר להוציא, to be מוציא others, אינו מוציא, עד שיאכל כזית דגן. נותן is going to eat a כזית of grain.